Hey, it's Melissa, and welcome to an episode of Walk the Walk, where we go on walks together and we talk about life, architecture, business, practice, school, all the things. I'm so excited to have you along with me. Today's episode of Walk the Walk is a little bit different. I am sitting in my car right now. It is raining. The car is off and I'm sitting inside of it so that I can be outside in the quiet. There's an airplane going over my head right now, so I suppose it isn't as quiet as I had hoped it would be, but I am out here because I wanted to record a Walk the Walk episode with you all, and today's topic is I quit my 9-to-5 job. I can't even believe that that is a statement that is true. I really didn't think I was ever going to quit the job I was at. I really loved it. I was getting to do a lot of cool things, a lot of cool projects, but I just was in a situation that I didn't really want to be in anymore. And I knew that I needed to get out of it. And therefore, I got out of it. And now I am pursuing freelance drafting and modeling work. And I am pursuing Architecture Unbound fully. I want to be putting out a lot more free content. I want to be dedicating certain days to certain activities and tasks. I want to be creating more courses and programs. I want to be working with various different people, freelancing for them, maybe not all at once, but like throughout this journey, just because I feel like you learn so much from each person. And even though everyone is a licensed architect, because like I'm drafting for licensed architects, I am doing freelance drafting or modeling, and I'm going to try and do rendering as a service as well. Just in general, like in the span of a year, how many different freelancing clients I could have and get to talk to and learn from would expand me so much. And I feel like a lot of the times I was just thinking about the negatives of quitting and the fear of quitting, but knowing that I really wanted to live my life in a different way. I've always kind of known that the 9-to-5 life wasn't for me. I knew that in the next year or two, I wanted to leave the 9-to-5 life. So this kind of happened a year early, but it was hard for me because I really did love what I was doing every day. But now I get to go on this new journey and you all get to be a part of it. And I get to design my dream day and my dream week. And like I said, I get to learn from all these different people now. And I'm just really excited for all the possibilities that are going to happen. You know, I've been preparing for something like to be able to freelance one day, and I just didn't know if I'd ever have the courage to do it because it is scary. But I didn't just go into this jumping and hoping to be caught. Like, I had a plan. I have a financial plan. I have a work plan. I have things that I've been doing for a long time, people that I've worked for in the past that I could work for again, and just building connections and relationships with people. And everything that I've gone through and done has led me here to be able to do something really scary like quit my job. I don't want people to just think you can just quit and the universe is going to catch you. I've had my Architecture Unbound platform and my Revit course for a year now. I've been doing it consistently. The Architecture Unbound community as a whole. I also have a person that I have freelanced for in the past from 2019 that I could do work for. I knew that. I had been doing work for him occasionally here or there throughout the year. And I also was able to meet someone that I'm going to start freelancing for through the Architecture Unbound Instagram page, which I think is really fascinating and just goes to show you how much our Instagram can be like a business profile for us and sell us to people in a way that I never even imagined. Like, my intention when I was posting that content wasn't to get freelancing jobs. That was just a byproduct of what I guess that says about me as a person and my work that I put out there. I just think it's an interesting thing that happened because I was not expecting to get freelance jobs. I was not advertising that I was taking freelance jobs, and somebody found me through my Instagram, and then we built a relationship over time, talking here or there. I reached out to him when I quit and just said, I have time opening up and I wonder if you'd be looking for a freelancer. I know you use Revit. And the conversation went really well and we're going to move forward. So you just never know where you're going to meet someone. You never know what's going to come from one single post or helping one single person on the internet. I am just so grateful that I realized a year ago that I wanted to help people and mentor them and teach them programs, create a community of architecture students, and break the rules about what you can and can't do with an architecture degree, and just explore what was possible and see what everyone else was doing and help as many people as I could. I was on a call the other day for my Revit Foundations program, and my student asked me why I wanted to become a mentor, like what made me want to help architecture students. And I just was like, honestly, I wish I'd had guidance and help when I was in college, and I didn't have that. And so the fact that I can just decide to create that for someone else feels really important to me. And I really had to decide when I quit my job, because I thought about it for 3 straight days, had a lot of turmoil over it. I just knew that I wasn't meant to work the 9-to-5 typical lifestyle. And people might hear this and think, oh, she's dumb, like the 9-to-5 is all there is. And I'm sorry that you feel that way. I really am, because there are so many other ways to make money. You just have to trust yourself and do the work necessary to build that. So I'm just so proud of the person who a year ago decided to make Architecture Unbound, start putting out content, helping people, created a course, do free masterclasses, have a podcast, talk to people every day, help people in the DMs. I got to work with a one-on-one client last year. She was amazing. She was on this podcast, and she did her whole thesis with me, and she would come to me with ideas, and I would take her idea, show her how to make it in Revit, and then she would go and make it for real in her model, and she'd come back to the next call and be like, look, I did it. And then we would move on, and I'd teach her how to do something else. So she never got stuck with trying to create something in a program. She always had a vision for it, and then I just know the program so well, what you can do and what you can't do, that it was easy for me to be like, okay, this is your workflow. This is how you create this object. So we worked really well. She had 6 calls with me, so 6 one-hour sessions that we did over the course of 6 to 8 weeks. And yeah, I just got to help her bring her thesis to life, and it was amazing seeing her finished product and her finished drawings, and just knowing that I was able to make that process easier for her and less stressful for her, because she knew that she wouldn't have to spend all the time struggling to figure out how to make her idea or compromise her idea. She knew could just come to me, and I would show her how to make the base of her idea. So it worked so beautifully. I'm actually opening up 2 one-on-one spots for someone to work with me. She was a very special client. She was the first one-on-one client, only one-on-one client I've had so far on my journey. And she DM'd me and asked me if I did anything like that. And I was like, oh, I really want to, but I haven't advertised it yet. So she was my first client, first one-on-one. And then I really focused on developing the Revit Foundations course. And now I'm ready. Obviously, I have more time. I'm ready, and I want to take on 2 one-on-one clients, because that experience was so amazing, and I just want to be able to take that anxiety and help someone with their project. Again, I just think that having anxiety about spending hours trying to figure something out in a program shouldn't limit you to wanting to use the program, when in the end it will make your workflow faster. Reach out, ask for help. We are creating a community where a bunch of people will be able to help you. So I have the Architecture Unbound Facebook community, and that is a free community where I do my monthly workshops, and there are also free resources on there. That community is where you can come if you have a question or you're stuck with something in general, and anyone in the community can answer you. So that is my dream and vision for the Architecture Unbound community. It has been in the works for a year. I think we have about 30 members, but I have the vision of what it's going to be. I want it to be like a Revit forum, and hopefully people will feel comfortable posting their issues they're having and getting a response and asking for help from someone else. So I'm really excited about all the things I'm doing. I really feel like this is the path I'm supposed to be on. I am scared, but I know that all the work I've been doing the past year and a half, not only in building the Architecture Unbound community in the course, but just in putting myself out there and really allowing myself to see what's possible. I did a mastermind and group coaching twice with 2 different coaches to just learn how to build a business and how to allow yourself to be vulnerable and work through some of those things that kind of hold a lot of us back and a lot of limiting beliefs. So it has taken time to get here. I did not just quit my job and hope for the best. I am a very strategic and planned person. If you're following me on my personal TikTok, True Life of Mel, I literally talk about the strategies I'm using to create my dream life and create a schedule for myself, because I'm a very schedule-oriented person. But yeah, these are all the places where I'm sharing my life and trying to be vulnerable and create good content and just show people what's possible and help people and have a really great, happy, fun life doing what makes me happy. And that's really what that's about at the end of the day. So thank you for being on this journey with me. I hope you continue to be on this journey with me. It's just starting, and I'm so excited to see you guys in all the places. Until next time. That concludes our walk. I'm home now. Thank you so much for joining me. If we aren't connected on Instagram already, it is architecture_unbound. I would love to connect there with you. I post a ton of tips and tricks and a whole other form of content on that page. And I will catch you next time on our next walk.